Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Do we live? Do we love? Why am I always laughing? Because it always feels like I'm just sitting with my girlfriends and we're going to kiki. That's how I feel. I really, really do. How is everything, my darlings? How is life treating you? How has your summer 2024 treated you, darlings? That's what we want to know. Are we living and loving for the little peekaboo? Just enough, mama, just enough. Because you know I had a C-section. Yes, I did. So I was like, there goes my bikini. And then fashion said, I will give you a little bit just to play with. And here I am with my peekaboo waist. I think I bought this H&M. I think so. You know, I make it a point of buying at H&M. I still buy at Zara, but I'm no longer trying to be an ambassador with them ever since the cockroach Duda. So I still get pieces from them and I still wear the Zara outfits that I had before. I buy from Mango as well. I buy High Street. I buy a lot of High Street because I want you guys to also enjoy it and wear the fashion. It does not make you any more fabulous if you have a Birkin bag. I have a Birkin bag, I have a couple, but that does not make you mama. And so I don't want to push that narrative, if that makes sense. You can always look fabulous with your High Street, and when you get a little bit more money, then you can go expensive. I'm your big auntie, I'm your big sister, I can afford a little one or two things. So we don't tell lies. Ula, not you. Oh my God. You know, Ula was a national swim champion for his country, Norway. Why am I sweating? Because you were trying to tell a couple of lies. Oh my God. And so he's covered because he always get a check and he's generous to share with me. Moving along, why are we here? We are here because the game confirms he's expecting a child, reportedly with Evelyn Lozada's daughter, Shaniece. I am 24. When my new child is 21, I'll be 65. Months after the game was reported to be expecting a child, apparently out in the streets, it's twins. Get ready. He has confirmed the much discussed baby news during a sit-down with the Shade Room. The Captain Wordsmith revealed that he's expecting his fourth child, saying that welcoming a child in his 40s has led him to contemplate aging as a parent. I think about it in terms of years, he says. I'm 44. When my new child is 21, I'll be 65, right? And that seems kind of old until you start thinking about who's 65 now. The How We Do rapper, the name drops Mariah Carey 55, Jay-Z 54 as public figures whose next big birthday is probably 60. And they're still out here looking young and looking cool. It ain't that bad, he says. It's going to be a different parenting experience than when I was young. When I was young, I was still hard-headed, still in the streets. I don't know how I even made it to this point in my life, doing the things that I was doing. But I made it. My kids are all fine, smart, straight A students and good. So it's just interesting to parent at this age. The game shares elder son Harlem Caron, 21, with Alaska Jordan. He shares son King Justice, 17, and daughter Kylie Dream, 13, with Tiffany Cambridge. As for whom he's expecting with the baby this time around, In Touch has reported that the rapper will be welcoming his new child with Shaniece Harrison, daughter of Basketball Wives star Evelyn Lozada. While neither party has confirmed the report, the pair were spotted together grabbing dinner at Nobu in December 2023, fueling relationship rumors. Harrison shared her baby news back in June, with Lozada taking to social media to express her joy over soon becoming an abuelita. Happy birthday to my amazing daughter, Shaniece. You have always been my greatest blessing, and now you are bringing even more joy into our lives with your little one on the way, wrote the Queen of Courts reality star at the time. Becoming a mom at 17 was a journey we took together, and seeing you embrace motherhood fills my heart with pride and love. I'm so excited to become an abuelita and to share this beautiful journey with you. Love you more than words can express. Me and your dad are ready for this new title. Let's go. And so there was controversy. because Shaniece, who is now 31, very, very, very much an adult, was very young when she knew the game. Now, how did she know the game? Because game's partner at that time was also Evelyn's good friend. And I think her name is Tiffany, I think. And so that is where the issue comes in relation to ethics and in relation to scruples. It's a hard one, and I chewed over it because I really wanted to come, you know, as a straight shooter. What the game said is true. It's wonderful being a parent. I'm just hoping that they'll move. Hold, let me double check. Okay. Yes, what the game said is true. When you're an older parent, I think you're the best parent. You are the absolute best parent. You are much more patient. You've kind of gone around and had all of these crazy ideas and living at the edge of your seat. You're much more calmer. And I think that, you know, as you do get older, you enjoy parenting more because you are much more aware. You're even most times the best version of yourselves. I say that because I know I'm the best mother I could ever be to Adrian as opposed to when I was younger. All of us have different journeys in this life. And my mom was in her 20s. She was a young mom, and I consider her very much my sister mom. And she did a phenomenal job raising all three children. And some women are ready at 17. Ironically, some women are ready at 18. Some women are ready at 20. Some women are ready at 30. Some women are ready at 40. And so he is very, very fortunate. A child is always a blessing. And it's wonderful to see him taking accountability and saying, I'm looking forward to this child. I cannot wait. That's wonderful to have a father that is not absent in a beautiful child's life. The game's partner, Tiffany, I show empathy to Tiffany. And I want Tiffany to know that you got three beautiful children. You got beautiful children by the game. But I pray that girls listening to this do things differently. Tiffany and the game were not married. You should not play house when you don't have the keys to the house. This is not to say that the game could not have still gone on and where they could have, you know, parted ways and gone on and had, you know, a child with Shaniece. But I'm saying that for all that you've done, for all that you do for a man, because you love him, struggle love ain't it. It ain't it. You need to pump the brakes on struggle love. You need to pump the brakes on somebody who doesn't want to marry you. Why? You have to pump the brakes on doing things backwards. Do things in the right order. Do things in the right order in order for you to be protected. Because things can change as this changed. Tiffany has nothing to do with this. And I empathize with Tiffany because there's got to be a part inside of you that looks and say, really though? Really though? You're going to go that low? But the young girl, and Shaniece is 31. So she is beyond an adult. I guess it would come to a thing about scruples and ethics. We do not know how close. Well, they are saying that Tiffany and Evelyn were friends. So I understand where Tiffany can come from. I can understand Tiffany being upset also with Evelyn, also with Shaniece. Because these are crossed waters. Because it really is about ethics and scruples. There are certain people you should not go to. Because it muddies up the life of others and makes it awkward. Shaniece was a young girl, young girl in her teens when her mother started Basketball Wives. And to think she was there saying auntie, uncle, and then this is the uncle now being the father of her unborn child, is awkward. That's the word. It's awkward. And that is why you don't have this big celebration, because you can lie to yourself. But in the grand scheme of things, you know that it's shady. If it wasn't shady, you would have come right up like confetti into the air and said, the game and I are having a baby. And again, the game is not married to Shaniece. Shaniece is not engaged to the game. These are the situations that you put yourself into, and then you ask and you wonder why. Shaniece, you're young, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. Are you prepared to deal with the aftermath of this? Not necessarily the child. Child is a blessing. But will the game change? Is he older? Yes. Will he look after the baby? Maybe. Hopefully. Will he take care of his son or daughter or twins, as we are hearing out in the streets? Hopefully. But will he be a partner? Will he be a lover? Will he be a husband to you? You really don't know that. You can't really put your hand into the mud and cement it and say yes. Then you come at the other woodwork and you want empathy of how he has treated you. And I think at that point in time, you'll understand Tiffany's cry. We should always be our sister's keeper. I say it, I champion it, and I live it. Always be your sister's keeper, older or younger. For the mere fact that you say, oh, I don't think Auntie Tiffany would like this. I think that it would hurt her feelings. I think the times that she was kind to me, gave me a nice word, I was lonesome, and all the other things that, you know, made me feel really great at that time. I don't think Auntie would love this. Shaniece, you should have thought about that. It feels and it seems callous. It seems greedy. It seems insensitive. And it seems as if you're not your sister's keeper. And I extend that, I do extend it to my beautiful Evelyn by default, because you're the mom. And you could have said all the right things, and Shaniece could have dug in her heels and said no. I extend it to you because of the grandiose greeting that you gave your daughter publicly on social media. Cannot wait to be a grandmom, this, that, and the third, knowing whom she's pregnant by. It just doesn't sit well. You can imagine everybody at Thanksgiving, and this is the kind of discussion that needs to be had, because everybody can see the bloody elephant in the room. Because everybody can see the elephant in the room. The big fat grey elephant. Everybody can see the elephant in the room, and nobody's talking. It would have even been a little bit better if the game wanted to marry her, or had married her, or was engaged to her. Because we pity-patter around the big boy. Oh, it's the game. Oh, well, you know. Oh, this, that, or whatever. The DNA is not that intense. I don't see somebody and say, oh my God, him. No. Shaniece's going to be a mom. She might go through the postpartum, she might not. You're going to have the support of Evelyn and the aunties and everything. But Shaniece is going to creep in, because what I know as fact is that you are reborn when that child is born. And you will understand certain things, grown woman situations that you just cannot understand now, because you're going to have this first baby, and this first baby is going to show you and teach you an unconditional love that you have never or are yet to experience. And that's when everything is going to fall right there on the floor, and you are going to demand and want and hope and pray that the game shows up for the birthdays, for the first day at school, for the pictures, that the baby is crying for the father, that you are going to be at home, that the nights when the baby is crying and you don't know why, and this, that, teething, and you're trying to give the baby breast milk, and your chest hurts because the list goes on. And that's when you're going to understand what I'm saying now. I just have to give empathy and compassion where it's due. I wish you a wonderful, safe, happy, wonderful, exceptional, glorious pregnancy and birth. And you enjoy motherhood as much as I have. And I want you to have a little bit of a conscience. And somewhere further down the line, you will be courageous enough, as you are courageous now, to go and show and give your apologies to Tiffany. I know some of you will say, but they broke up. The relationship was over. Yes, but there was a friendship also there. And that friendship, even if the friendship is no more, baby girl, I had no beef with you. And I know he's an ex, but you knew me. And you know I have children with him. And so my children are going to be your child's sisters and brothers. So now we're in this awkward situation. And that's where, Shaniece, you have to apologize and say, I didn't know and I didn't mean it. Whenever you can. No rush, no pressure. But it would be nice for her to hear it. That's all I got to say. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, my darlings, and I will see you what? I will see you sooner than later. All of my love.